Today we're going to show a new dough recipe that is for pizza. So the first step is, stop. The first step is going to be, we warmed our water to the temperature of a baby's bath. And you're going to add, how much water did we put in the pan? Do you remember?
It was a tablespoon.
1 cup plus 1 tablespoon. And then you're going to add in 1 teaspoon of sugar.
I already did that.
Okay, perfect. So that's all been melted in. Dissolved in, sorry. I'm having an off day. All right, and then you're going to add 2 1/4 teaspoons of your dry active yeast. You already have it measured out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead and pour it in there. And then we're going to cover the pan so that our yeast can do its thing here. Do you have the cover? There is a towel. Okay, and we're going to set this aside. It usually takes about 5 minutes, and then our yeast will be ready, and we will show you the next step. Okay, so while our yeast is got a couple more minutes to finish frothing up, we're going to go ahead and get our dry ingredients in our bowl. So we're going to add 3 cups of flour. All right, and then 1 teaspoon of salt. All right, and then you're gonna either want to use a spoon or your hands to go ahead and mix your salt thoroughly throughout your flour. Use your hands? Malachi says use your hands.
No, I'll use a spoon.
Just like him. He needs you to use your hands.
You want to come use your hands then?
Alright, so get the salt good and mixed in there. Perfect.
I have a little helper.
You have to wash your hands. She's already washed her hands.
Okay.
Okay, so... Alright, so we have our salt mixed in. Then you're going to add in a tablespoon of oil. I guess we'll wait for him to come back with his hands washed before you add your oil.
Okay.
Okay, so we have Malachi here with his hands all washed. Now what are you going to do?
Mix the salt with the flour.
Okay, go ahead. Alright, is it all mixed in? Okay, so Deaja, why don't you go ahead and pour the 1 tablespoon of oil in there that we need, and then he can just finish mixing that in, and
Seems
then
how you already dirtied your hands.
and then he can go back to finishing his schoolwork. Right?
Right.
Alright, mix it together.
Alright, you have to mix all that in, like good, like mix it all in.
Okay.
You have it all mixed in there? Okay, so our yeast mixture is finished. You want it to be nice and frothy like that. If it's not, unfortunately, you are going to have to toss your yeast and start over. Yeast is very finicky, and if you don't have it perfect, it will mess up your dough. Okay, so go ahead and mix that in with your hands.
Seems that your hands are already dirty. Ooh, it's warm.
Mix it all in. You're trying to get it into a ball, like
Keep
we're
mixing.
forming a dough ball.
You know when I make the bread on Friday? It has to look like that.
Okay.
Don't do that. You're going to get it all over the place.
You get it all mixed in. Keep mixing.
Gotta get all the flour in there.
It's like a giant meatball, Malachi.
Oh.
Look, it's starting to come together. Nice.
So Friday he's gonna make the bread for Sabbath.
Alright, is it getting less sticky?
Yep.
Pull those pieces right off your hand and push it down in there.
You gotta get all the flour over here.
Okay, so we're gonna let you finish up and then we'll come back once we have our dough like formed into the ball, okay?
Okay.
What are you doing?
He was trying to
I
wave.
missed it. What did you do?
He was trying to wave with his hand like all messy. Wave again. Show him.
Okay. Okay, so we just put a little bit of oil in the bottom of our bowl here that we've used to make our dough, and then we're going to put our dough in the bowl that's been oiled. We're going to cover it with saran wrap, and then you're just going to let it sit in a nice warm environment for about an hour to an hour and a half to let it rise until it doubles in size, and then that will be our pizza dough. Okay, so we've just taken our dough out of the warm place that we had it rising in, and as you can see, it got really, really big. So that's definitely doubled in size, and this will make 2 pizzas for you. So we're gonna go ahead and cut this in half. Diaja, use that knife right there and just cut it in half. Alright. And then put your flour down on the counter first. Spread it around. And the teacher that you hear in the background is Malachi doing his schoolwork. So, alright. Okay, so we've got our dough out here on the counter, and now we just have to roll it out into a large circle for our pizza pan. You don't want to do it too low. I mean, too thin. And do it the size of the pan. You don't want it like bigger than your pan.
This looks like it's gonna be very tiny.
Have you looked at our pan?
Yeah.
So it's fine. Alright, throw it on there. Okay, so then you're just going to put your dough on your pan, or if you wanted to grill your pizza, you could go ahead and make your pizza and like throw it on a grill and do it that way. Don't like mash it into the pan because then when it bakes, it's going to stick.
I know. I'm gonna just leave it like that.
That's probably fine. Grab that little end. Okay, so we have Malachi. Hi.
Hi.
And he's going to go ahead and put our sauce and toppings on for us. Go ahead. You can use whatever sauce you prefer. We actually don't use a pizza sauce. We use a marinara sauce. I don't know how I like the taste of it. So just
Okay.
put some parsley on there.
Okay, I'll put some in your hand.
Sprinkle it around. Just go ahead and sprinkle it around. There you go. Okay, so we've got our parsley on there. We've added some garlic, and go ahead and put your other seasoning on there. Just be really easy with it. Okay, perfect. And that's just a mixture of some different Italian seasonings. I'm not seeing it. Are you
No.
getting it on
Yeah,
there?
You have to tilt it a little bit more, like that. You got it? Oh, tilt it a little.
Alright, that's probably good. Okay, so go ahead and put our cheese on there. Grab your cheese. Or do you want vegetables first?
Howdy.
Alright, come on. Alright, you got them all on there?
There's more.
Alright, that's good. Antonio, you're gonna like this pizza. It's full of onion.
I like onion on my pizza too.
An onion pizza, look at that.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and put some cheese, sprinkle the cheese on top. Okay, so we've got all of our cheese on our pizza. Doesn't that look yummy? Now we're going to put it in the oven. Do you know for how long we're going to bake it for?
20 minutes.
All right, we'll check it in 20 minutes. Might be done a little bit sooner.
Okay,
but
we'll
it's
check
been
it
about 20 minutes. So now we're going to check our pizza here. And our pizza looks finished. Look at that, delicious. Yummy. Okay, so now we will go ahead and cut this. And that will be their lunch. Perfect, right? All right, say bye.
Bye. Howdy.